Yo, what up, Negronis? It's Furious here, your hip-hop sommelier. Last episode, I ran you through Pinot Black, my favorite grape, and the heartland of Pinot Black, which is Burgundy, right in the heart of France. Today, I want to pick up on something I said last episode, particularly about how a lot of creepy, wealthy, old dudes tend to think of Pinot Black as an aphrodisiac. So they will take particularly vulnerable young Eastern European women out for dinner and ply them with this. And that puts, a vulnerable situation, which, I maybe didn't explicate a little more. So let me talk about it a bit more for you. Now, we know with wine, it takes on the characteristics of the soil that it's grown in. And that's how wine can be such a chameleon of flavor. And it can taste like different things. Like Pinot Black can taste like cherry on the one hand, undergrowth on the other hand, maybe leather like a Burberry bag. And, that's to do with the terroir. And the terroir is the streets. The streets have made Furious today what Furious is. I am a product of the streets of the Bronx, the streets of Ohio, anywhere, I ran game, then the streets. So it is with this. But what the French wine industry will not tell you is that sometimes in Burgundy, it can take on characteristics of other things, like Roofies, correct, Xanax and Rohypnol. Those flavors and those qualities can come out in the wine, which means you can drink some of this and pass out stone cold. Now, I'm not saying that this is a cover-up. I don't want to use those words because I don't think anybody in France intentionally, no winemaker intentionally brings out these qualities. I think it's fundamental to the soil of France itself. The French are naturally seductive. We see this all the time in, various movies and songs and stuff. So what happens, I think, is the land itself gets jealous of the people doing all the seducing, and it wants to seduce the hot women so they fall down in the vineyard, and then it can be creepy. Soil creep, it's a real thing. Look it up. So I think that that's just, an accident that happens, and, that's, the risk of viticulture. The terror's in the terroir, as they say. So how can you tell with a bottle of wine if you are in trouble? If you are a Hungarian or Czech girl at dinner, not to say the Russians, can you read this? Can you figure out? Yes, you don't have to have a big grasp of English. It is a nice label. This is a rich bottle of wine. It says Grand Cru. That means, it's from good plot. But, what's this say? What's the maker of the wine? Domaine R-A-P-E-T. Rapet. Domaine Rapet. Are you in trouble or not? I will let you figure that out. And another thing, with some of these old creepy dudes, when they roofie girls, they film it. Are you at filming risk? Well, let's see. Where is it from? It is from Corton, as in Corton camera. Are you in trouble or not? I think you can figure it out for yourself. So, I know that the makers of this wine, Vincent and Sylvia Rapet, or however the French want to pronounce it, would not be thrilled with this video because they would say, hey, we don't make these wines so that it can be used inappropriately. We've got a long, generation-long family tradition. We want to make wines for pleasure. I understand that. But just as a dagger maker can make a dagger for ornamental purposes, that same dagger can be used to repeatedly, as in 67 times, stab a prison guard in the state pen, and it might be my brother Mookie that did that. And I can look at that and say, is it Mookie's fault or is it the dagger's fault? Does it have a mind of its own? I've seen the film Carrie. Knives can pick themselves up and throw themselves across the room. It happens. So I can't legally talk about that case or name the dagger maker. The point I'm trying to make is that sometimes something can be created for one reason and it's used for a completely different reason. I can still talk about it and warn all you particularly Hungarian hotties out there. You seem to be the most vulnerable for whatever reason. You're all about the tokay, but sometimes you're not okay. We can talk about that at another point. So how can you keep yourself safe? First things first, if you are on one of these dates and you read the label, always have a friend nearby. Make sure that friend is themselves not drinking Burgundy or on their own date, because two comatose friends cannot help each other. I'm not an expert on female friendship, but I'm pretty sure that is good advice on my part. The rest is just remember this jingle. Don't let them rape it. Girl, just escape it. Don't let them creepy old rich dudes tape it. You must be wary. This shit is scary. They ain't no godmother protecting you, no fairy. I know you able to read the label. You ain't no victim story. You is a fable. Avoid the tension. Leave him to his pension. Pinot Black can be safe if you pay attention. And I know you can pay attention. All right? Keep yourself safe. Look after yourselves because you're all looking fine. And this is some serious, serious stuff. So, take it seriously, but it does take good.